this is Liz. Welcome to my little urban homestead. This method I have for quilting a large quilt on your domestic sewing machine. I talked about it last week and I'll reiterate it this week. The wadding batting I get is 54 inches wide, so I put a piece from the top all the way down the bottom in the center. Then I can leave the sides without any wadding batting there. I can quilt all the center bits because it's easier to get this into the 30 or so machine rather than the back, the front and wadding, which will pad it out easy here. So I've quilted all I want to do on all the middle. I've come up as far as I want to. Can you see that? Let's move you up a touch. Yeah, I've just done a meandering around here because I wanted the carpenter's wheel, which I've done free motion feathers in, to stand out from the background. I know what I'm going to do in this border, but I can't do it now because my wadding, as you can see here, only comes to there. So I need to add more wadding batting so I can finish that. But when you consider I've done the middle 4 foot of it, so that's always the hardest part, is to quilt the middle of whatever quilt you're making, whatever size. So now all I'm doing is these last 4 foot. So all this will be out of my machine. This lot, that's all there is to go into the throat of my machine. Obviously when I get round to this side and doing this, it's more or less exactly the same. But what I've done is cut off another big long length of my wadding batting. As it's 54 inches, I've cut it exactly in half, or as exact as you can do it when it's a big long piece. And so it's 27 inches, because I know 54 inches is going to come to 108, and this quilt is 96 inches. So I've got 12 inches, which is 6 inches either side, to play with, jiggery pokery, if necessary. So what I've done is I've laid it on here to show you basically what I'm doing. Is that's where my wadding comes to. There is a tuck here. I am going to have to undo that tuck because it's a big one. Yep, I'm going to have to undo that tuck. When I've undone it, then I'll show you exactly what I'm doing. That's better. I've unpicked that quilting that had made a big tuck in it. That's one thing that you have to be careful doing it this way, is that you don't accidentally put the back in it, because this isn't pinned. So what I have done, as I said, is I have cut 2 long lengths of wadding batting. Now you can see there I have a safety pin in those ends. I have on the other piece as well. That's to denote that that is the side that I cut. So just in case my cutting line isn't completely straight and level as the manufactured edge, then I will be using the manufactured edge against the manufactured edge. So I'll get the wadding batting. Oh, sorry about all this, but it needs to go in there. Now you can join your wadding batting together with those, I think there's some strips you can get. What I do is I take it to the sewing machine and completely zigzag sew both of them together. Once they are joined together, I will go and pull my top over, make sure my back is straight and flush, pull the front over, straighten it down, pin baste it all, and then take it back to the sewing machine and quilt it. So that's what I'll be doing with both the sides now, is change everything back to a normal zigzag stitch, zigzag my wadding batting together, and then pin baste it. And when I have quilted some of this area, I'll show you what it looks like, because you can't see the join. Right, so I'll do that now. So there I have added half of the long strip of wadding batting. You can see why I used the manufacturer's edge rather than my cut edge, because it's a bit higgledy-piggledy. But you can see up here, let's see if I can move this closer. You can see here I have the wadding joined. I didn't join it too well at the start, but it's alright in the rest of the quilt. And it goes down there, all the way down, but it's now pinned. It's now pin based, so I can do a lot more with the quilting. I could add on the other side at the moment. I aren't going to bother, because it's going to be enough waiting more with just this side on it, because it's a big quilt. So I'm going to quilt up this side, and then I will add the remaining side and finish it off, because it means that I can do all this side that I've just added. So that'll be good to actually show you how it looks after I've quilted using this method. So I'll get on with the quilting now.